Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Stardeus. Hope you're having a sweet day today. Apparently, if you don't give them a place to sleep, they'll go into their spacesuits. They'll go out into wherever it's super cold and no oxygen, and they'll just nap there in their suits. So, Hobo Goblin's out here in his suit. We got Mavis out here sleeping in there. We're gonna fix that today. We're gonna give him some beds today. But I just wanted to point that out. It's like they're just gonna get in their suits and sleep wherever. It's kind of fun. Speaking of sleeping wherever, the new Trogdor, Ben Trogdor Leech. You give me nicknames, I can do that, and that's what we'll display here. But you know, they all have first and last names that you can change as well. And then I need to get Terrence into the game, don't I? So we're gonna rename, Rateau. I'm just gonna go with Terrence. That's how you want it to be spelled. So there you go. All set. And surprisingly, that's the only humans that I'm supposed to name. I don't know if it's just the algorithm hating me because I'm taking breaks and stuff with my kid. That's kind of how it goes for YouTubers. If we take breaks, we get, things going on in real life, then our videos just flat out don't get published anymore. Don't get pushed out anymore for a while. So it might be that, but a lot less turnout than I thought I'd get for this game. In any case, moping aside, let's carry on with what we've got going on here. And if I take a look at the beings list, we have Bluesybot, construction bot over here. Wanted to be a bot, so there you go, Bluesybot. Going over to give us some reinforced walls. I'm starting to replace some of the exterior walls with reinforced walls as we do. Speaking of which, we have Persuader here, but this is now Persuader Dark Dragon. For some reason, Persuader is the only thing that goes here, and I think that's just because it's the same, it's only one name. So what I could maybe do to get the whole thing to display is do that, but that's really, it's really long. So what I'll do is this instead. We're going to go Dark Dragon like this so that it shows, and then we're going to put your first name as Persuader. And you can kind of do it however you want, but you're still Persuader Dark Dragon. It's just now that I see Dark Dragon on there, so there you go. And you're the big main construction bot that can't fly. So there you go. We got Boris Talos, which is not a renamed bot. There's one more renamed bot, and I wanted to show where it is, and that is Vordo, right over here. Another construction bot, going to go get repaired. And they're going to do as much as they can, I guess. So there you go. We have our auto dock research is done in 2 hours, but it's going slower than usual because we don't have the 300 kilowatts of spare power that it takes to research auto dock. We did have a ton of power, but it drained our batteries. So until the battery level, which is now 0 pretty much. So now our production is the same as our consumption until we can get that going on. Apparently our battery reserve is not going down. 309. Maybe this is our capacity for our batteries. I think that's what that is. But then it says battery charge level is up. So maybe we're just not using battery anymore. Not sure how that works. Oh well. In any case, we're gonna get auto dock pretty quick, and that should hopefully help people be a little more healthier as we go. So I want to get people a place to sleep, as you know. And inside here we have a light, but the light doesn't look like it's actually lighting enough. So we're gonna go in and build a copy of this light, I think. Probably a good idea. Or I can't build copies. Can I not build copies of lights? Is that... I guess that's not a thing. Maybe I don't have access to that light. So let's go into structure, lights. I want to go to lit floors. And we'll put it in like right over here, let's say. So just give them another light. And actually, you know what I probably should do? Is I probably should give them lit... A glass floor, yeah, no. I probably should give them one that's... is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Give them one that's like in line with the other one. So just kind of keep them in line over here. But then the beds are things that I really do want to build more of. And if I was going to construct a copy of the beds, I'm just going to put them along the wall like this. Eventually, I'd like to get them sleeping pods like these are. But I can't construct those yet, I don't believe. So it just takes a little bit more time and research to go ahead and construct those. Okay, so once we get these walls reinforced, that will help me feel a little safer to kind of just protect this area for anything to coming in. At least I think that would protect me better from anything outside coming in. Maybe not. Not sure how the game works that way. Auto dock is done, so now we're going to start back up on recycling, which was already 63% complete. And we got somebody going insane. Tessa, Centurions, Crawford. Tessa's gone insane. Being naked sucks, I guess. Being bored is probably worse. Being bored naked is bad. But we got to give them just clothing, right? And unfortunately, we just don't have the ingredients really to do this as very well. We're missing plant fibers and stuff. So getting more of these planters in place could be helpful there too. And I don't think I have... Oh, there's the auto dock. An advanced medical pod that can perform microsurgery and treat various health conditions. It takes a microchip, which I think I have one. I think I have the ingredients for that. So I want to get a place where we can do doctoring and stuff as well. And like a special... No, in Rimworld, I would have a very dedicated zone for this because it's... you want it to be nice, sterile, and clean environment. But with the auto dock the way it is and the way it's designed, I don't think that's necessary. So why don't I just, for the time being, we'll put it right there. And says we should build a machine learning booth to train our workers' skills so they can build more complex devices. And it said that exactly when I placed this. So I'm thinking that it's possible we don't have high enough construction skill. Well, science 4 is what it says. So perhaps it takes 4 science skill in order to build that. So maybe one of these guys, if they had the construction skill high enough, we could have humans build this instead of the bots, but it doesn't look like we have that anyway. Now, we are still on our way to Prospectus. It's taking a long time to get there because of how slow we're traveling. So I do want to also up how much we can... I want to up our thrust and stuff here too. And as soon as recycling is done... I think at that point, we start over on the propulsion to get this going. I could probably, because of our limited disk space, I could go in, I think, and just kind of remove this from the queue for a bit and let that linger at 72% while we attempt to get something different instead. And it looks like maybe communications has started. Is it communications now? No, it's propulsion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the propulsion now. Should have that in a day. And then I can build some additional rocket engines to really speed up our propulsion. I want to be able to do that too. I want to take a look also at our inventory and make sure so I have 6 microchips remaining. 16 transistors is good. Copper wire is going to be the thing that we don't have a lot of. And we have 3, but we can get more. We have lots of copper plates left, so just a matter of getting it, and that means getting people to use the crafting station right over here, and they don't seem to be doing that really now. So like I got to figure out exactly what's going on with their work and try to learn a little bit more about how people work in the game, because without being able to control them, it's kind of important that we get them on the right track. And it's looking like I really want to get this higher priority so we can get these guys places to sleep. I feel like not having a place to sleep is definitely going to be a detriment to their health and their mental health and well-being. Their mood being way down is just being alone for times 212 is ridiculous. Okay. Like, that's just being alone. And so, like, what does that entail? Like, how do we get you to where you're not alone? Your sleep was too short. There's nowhere to sleep currently. So, like, I need to get you a place to sleep is basically what I'm seeing here. So it looks like the construction materials are delivered there. We should have construction materials for all of these beds. They're really simple to construct. They only take 2 steel plates. And so as we build all these beds, hopefully our beings will decide to claim one of the beds, and then they'll go ahead and sleep, which is good. But yeah, now over here, this needs cleaning, I think. Order cleaning now, I guess. And maybe we should probably take this down to or 40% or so. We got this area over here. And I'm going to go ahead and connect this to power too. Got this area over here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet. I think it's going to serve as sort of just like a way to get to the bridge, because this is ultimately going to be the bridge right here. And so we're gonna work on that too. But I got this little area right here, and I thought about tearing it down and just having this be an exterior wall and just gutting this. But now I'm thinking, I don't know how the game works as far as like what happens in the future, because I haven't looked ahead. I like to explore this stuff you know, kind of myself. And I think this could be an interesting, like, jail cell sort of idea, right? Like, we have this very narrow area. It's full glass right here. I didn't build these. These are already there. There's a door right there. We have a vent right there. We have all the equipment that can push stuff into this area. If I open this vent up, we should see that, you know, the heat and stuff will start coming in here, and this will start warming up. We have the oxygen coming through here, so we'll start getting oxygen in this room too. And so we have all the equipment outside the room. But then, you know, if we ever take any prisoners, we could put them in here. I think that could be an interesting idea, and then we could sort of make this into the prison cell. I do think, however, that it might be an important thing to have an airlock that's on the side here or something, to where if they get rowdy and it's just nothing I can do, or actually probably what it'll be, instead of an airlock, we do this. Instead of an airlock, we do this, a floor vent. And we can say something like, you know, right on the edge or something, like over here. Maybe we do it like right here. Put a floor vent here, and then this is going to eventually be reinforced, and this is going to end up being reinforced as well right through here. So just going to do this. That's why there's a floor here, to reinforce the wall. But what we end up doing is, if they get really rowdy and they're not cooperating and it's just too much of a hassle to keep them anymore, we just vent the room. Done. And then, you know, they die. As barbaric as it is, that's our failsafe. We have to build a failsafe into that kind of thing, I think. So we'll go into there with the idea that we'll have, you know, like a prison cell that's possible in this. And, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I think that's an interesting idea to go with. And I might go ahead also into structure floors, lit floors, and just put in, I don't know, maybe one of these really wacky ones. Yeah, just a reinforced lit floor here. So we can say, like, you know, we put one lit floor maybe in the middle somewhere, like right here. Just so we can keep an eye on them eventually later too, you know? Let's see, what else can we do before we get our propulsion systems online? We should have, how many beings do we have that are breathing air? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. And we have 8 beds, so we still need another bed as well. Let's get a light there. So we need another bed, and we'll do that with just picking one of these, going fully constructed and ordering a copy, or you can just hit the B key, but yeah, I actually think we might be able to just put them all next to each other. I don't think they need to have a space. Although I worry about, like, Rimworld has this thing where you have, like, disturbed sleep if there's things next to you. I don't know if this game has that, but we'll see. In the furniture menu, I wonder if there is, yeah, steel wardrobe. So I think having a wardrobe in here is a good idea too. Just something so that they can get, you know, clothes or whatever. So I'm going to put like 3 wardrobes here. And it's possible that they'll each claim a wardrobe, in which case I'll have to put more wardrobes in here. But I kind of want this to be sort of like a barracks area for people to sleep in. It's probably not big enough, and most likely I'll have to maybe extend it into this area too and have both of those things exist. But for now, as I often say, for the time being, I think this will work out just fine. I've got reinforced walls all around the outside here, which is good. And then I think what I'll do here is get something that's close by with this. I need another connection point in here. So we'll just go in to electricity. I'm going to put another floor socket, I think, like right outside this area. Maybe right here. I don't know, it's hard to really get these things to be where I want them. Actually, what I could do instead is replace this, because it doesn't need to be quite so far out. I could replace this with one of these other ones. These ones here, they have 16 points. They just have less radius. They don't have as far of reach. I could also just use a wall socket, which might actually look better in this particular situation. So why don't we just use a wall socket here? I can go, is it this color wall? I don't actually know what color wall we're using here. We can do it right here. That's just far enough, but it won't reach this. So I need it to reach both of these points. So maybe we'll tap a wall socket like right here. And then we'll be able to use it for this area here too. And then it also reaches a little bit into the bridge. So that's fine. Okay, so I'm giving people places to sleep. That was a very important thing to do, and I've done that now. Have to make sure that this area is always got oxygen and is always a good temperature. So I think being in the middle of the ship is a good idea, but it's probably a good idea to make sure the surrounding areas have oxygen, which I've been working on, and we're getting there to where the ship has oxygen everywhere. It's what I've been working on here. And I want to open this, but I can't do that until the temperature is decent in here. And so the temperature isn't going to be decent yet because I had this exposed to the outside. So I went ahead and put glass through here. This is reinforced glass walls right here. And instead of it being an open vent. So now this area is closed in instead of being vented. And I want to take a look really quick at temperatures good in here and here. So what I should be able to do now, because the temperature is good in those, I should be able to open these vents. And this will cool down this area, right? But it's going to start slowly heating this and providing oxygen into this because that's what I have going on in these other rooms. And so for the time being, we're going to start getting a little cold into these areas. And I can kind of manage this a little bit. Yes, I could put in another oxygen producer and another heater in here. And it might be a good idea to at least build a little heater in here because this is kind of surrounded by... Oh, no, it's not. This is a big heater here. But it's okay. You know what? We'll put it in another heater. I think getting the heat good is fine. And then the oxygen can all fill the room. So we'll put a heater in, let's say right there, in range of this floor socket. And we'll go in with it. Somebody did mention that you can chain things together. You don't have to connect them to connection points. So, all right, here's a good example. So we have this vent right here, right? Electricity grid. And, or actually, let's use the door instead because it's already connected. I'm out of connection points here. So what we could do with this, let's say, hypothetically, this connection point is out of range of this one. Now, they are in range, but let's say, hypothetically, they're out of range. And I wanted to connect these two up, but I can't reach it because they're too far away. So the recommendation that I was given is that you can do something like this, where you can, let's just disconnect the door for a second. So you can take this door, you can go there, and then from the door to here. And that would work. And it does. It passes power from this to this via going through the door. But the problem with this, I feel, and it maybe with the door it's not the case, but if you're using like electronics and stuff to do this, if your power is getting here and then it's chaining to other things and powering an entire section of your ship, and the real point is all going through that door, if something happens to this door that causes it to go down or rebuild or catches fire or whatever, in the case of the door, maybe it's not the same thing, but then it cuts power to the rest of the whole ship, right? See, the origin point of a fire is often not the connection points. At least from my experience, I haven't found connection points to really be the source of a fire yet. I've seen fires when I was playtesting, but most of that stuff happens with equipment like the stove. So like we're going to have to do something different with the kitchen pretty quick here because I want to get that kitchen sort of isolated. I think I'm going to put it right over here. But in any case, this is sort of one recommendation you can do. Effectively, you're just connecting a point to... You're connecting both points to the door, which occupies these very valuable connection slots in both of them now instead of just one of them. Which it's all the same because you're either connecting it to this or you're connecting it back and forth. You're still using one on each, and you're just going through a door. So it's a decent recommendation. I just feel like it comes with a little bit of risk, and I don't mind adding additional connection points. I don't mind adding more of these connectors because I think it's a good idea to do. So I have now 86% on propulsion. And I'm thinking, we got all these solar panels and they're looking nice. I'm thinking I want to have probably 6 engines total. So we're going to add 2 more on this side. And I might move this one. And maybe I'll put these engines, I think, on the edges. So propulsion's done. With that being done, I think what I want to do is this. We're going to take and relocate this engine to the back over here. Okay? And I'm going to relocate this one to the back over here like that. So they're on the very outside. Okay? And then what I'm going to do from that point is I'm going to take and build space travel thruster. I'm going to build 2 more there. And 2 more here, and then that might be good enough, but I mean, it does triple our travel speed. It might be worth adding a 4th on each side, but we'll see what that does for now. And I don't even know if we have the right enough supplies to do this, but yeah, now I have to reconnect these. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build another floor connection point, and we're gonna stick it right over here. These floor connection points will have the ability to, of course, connect to all the engines. That's why they're being positioned where they are. So we'll connect one there, and then this side will connect right here. And so once we get these built, we'll then be able to get them hooked up again. Up the priority on this a little bit. And we got discharged battery now, apparently. I think these are old announcements. Can I actually build the machine learning thing yet? Or is that not available? Not available yet. No, I'm going to need more disk modules, though. I know I'm going to. So let me find our data center really quick. We're just going to go down the list here and do that. Just put those in. I would, of course, like to get advanced computing very soon so that I can start upgrading those units. That would be enough. We don't have copper wire. Is that for the engines? 5 copper wire per engine. Yikes. It is for the engines. It's a pretty bad situation, isn't it? There's one connected, and then this one down here. Hopefully we get a copper wire. We did get 2 of the engines built down here. That's cool. The game does not take into account, as far as I'm aware, the game does not take into account, center of thrust, if you will. So if you have 2 engines on the side and 1 engine on the side, you're not going to go off course. It's just going to push you further. So you don't have to have them lined up. That's why we had one kind of in the middle and one over here, and it was totally fine. But yeah, so a machine learning booth, I think I have to research that, I guess. Maybe that's in advanced computing. And it is right there. Okay. So communications being done, then advanced computing. That's going to take 300 kilowatts of power. And we definitely don't have enough disk space for that. I'm curious if I remove this from queue, will you start this? Like, I feel like maybe you could just forget the 12 that you reserved here and do the 24, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So what we'll do instead, actually, I might have, yeah, lacks resources. Okay. So copper wire is the big thing, and we just need them to work on this. Deviceware. I just need you to work on this and get copper plate in here and start making as much wire as we can. We have Centurions making clothing, and she's female, and she's currently making male clothing. I think I want to swap that because I think all the males have clothing right now. I want to say, maybe not. I just don't want people to be naked anymore, and this loom is what we need to make that happen. Also, looms can catch fire. I've seen that happen. And so I think what I'm gonna hopefully do here really quick is just get a reinforced wall put in like this. And it might be detrimental to our people, but I want to build a place where I can vent it and have a kitchen. So like the stove, for example, I want to kind of move it right here, I think. And then I can put in, a different area. I need to reorganize this to where I can have like the loom and the kitchen station, the cooking station kind of close together so that I can vent them if they ever catch fire. Because these things, man, things will happen, especially if you're dealing with people who have low operator skills, which this person's a 1, right? So maybe I could tell this that the skill required can go up. It doesn't look like I can actually do that. I can't tell it to give me an operator skill requirement in order to manage this, unfortunately. But if we can finish this clothing, 94, no, very close. Somebody will come over here and finish it. Trogdors looks like he's going to take this. Okay, so once we get that done, what I can do is I can say stop producing. And then I can go into female clothing instead. And then they'll keep making clothing, but now they're going to make female clothing. I kind of wish it was just clothing. Like, instead of having it be gender specific, I feel like it should just be clothing. But, it is what it is. All right. Not like some political reason, you know, like I'm thinking it should just be clothing because it's easier to run with that. Like I just want to make clothing, and then these guys are like smart enough to just make what's needed instead of you know, specific things. But it is what it is. Wall socket, that's what I got to do right here. Wall socket to connect for storage space. There we go. Okay, we'll do that, and then I think I still need these things connected together too. So I'm gonna grab another connection point. We'll do it in the wall, because these wall connectors are actually pretty useful, I guess. Oh, I can't get all these things connected that way though. Well, I can, right behind this. I can put it right there, and then I can connect all three of these things together. That's fine. All right, let's get rid of some of these notices, and then they'll reappear if it still applies, but yeah. So it looks like we only have 95 kilowatts remaining. Hopefully we have enough engines. No, not yet. This is built now, so we can connect this like that, and then we can get you there, and might as well get the light on too, because we can. Okay, so now we have 3 engines, technically a 50% increase. And it looks to me like gears and microchip. Nope, just microchip, and we have that. So this is awaiting construction. So we'll have now 4 engines, and that doubles. I know that's how math works. I know, it's shocking. I gotcha. This is how math works. So we have now double the power when it comes to travel. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping I can get everybody who needs clothing to have it. She has it. August. Centurions doesn't have clothing yet, and that's female clothing. So I think that's the last one. I want to say it's the last one. If I go to known beings, let's see. So you have, I want to see equipment. So Centurions doesn't have it. Yep. Mavis has clothing. Beachhead doesn't have clothing. Beachhead is female as well. Groot has clothing. Terrence has clothing, and Eisenmacher, which I've been told I'm pronouncing that wrong, but like, sure, whatever. Trogdor here. Well, we can fix that problem if you want to. This is Braxton, right? So we can just change this to like that. Now it's Braxton Ayers. Okay? And now I'm gonna see Braxton Ayers. Oh, I guess I'm still gonna see Eisenmacher. Doesn't actually change it here. This guy's name is now Braxton. Right here, see? There, fixed it. Now I don't have to worry about pronouncing it wrong, because his name isn't Eisenmacher anymore. Or I suppose you could argue it never was. Okay, so for my kitchen, what I think I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make it an extension of this area. It's kind of like right here, right? So we're gonna come over, I think from here up, and we'll go to about like maybe here. It's probably okay. We'll make a wall that replaces that window, and it just kind of comes from here, okay? So that kind of locks this down. Then what we're gonna have to do, right, is we're gonna have to replace this window with a door. Pretty easy to do. And this will be our little kitchen area, okay? We'll have the lit floor, so I'm just gonna say lit for this, and we'll say that we want this pattern, and we'll put it like right there. Okay, now here's the other thing we're gonna wanna do in this area. We're gonna wanna make sure that whatever we do, we have a floor vent in this room. And I'm thinking probably we go and do it maybe in the back corner like this. We're gonna put a floor vent here. And I'm also gonna stick, I think, one of these wall socket ones, because I'm actually starting to warm up to the wall sockets. I like them now. We're gonna put that, maybe if I put it here, I can connect it to everything, can't I? Yeah, kinda. I mean, is there another connection point anywhere out here? Not really. So maybe I put it, if I put it on this side, like right there. That's not bad. I just want to make sure I can vent, right? So like there's a vent over here, but that's not connected to this room. But this wall socket could be pretty useful for this whole area. So maybe I'll put it over this way. That way I can use it for these. Yeah. All right. So I'm making up my mind, and I'm going to put it right here. That's where the wall socket's going to be. It's decided. We'll connect it with this floor socket right here. That'll get connected there, and then everything gets connected from that point. So for the kitchen, right, we have this because if the stove catches fire, we want to be able to get rid of that fire as soon as possible. Now, this wall should be reinforced, and I made a mistake not doing that because the fires get hot, and I don't want the walls to have a problem. So I'm going to reinforce this wall and this wall. I don't think the back ones are going to be necessary because I'm going to put the stove right here and maybe along this wall here. So like we'll keep the stoves over here next to this floor vent. You know, when we start doing 2 floors, and that'll be good. So as soon as they build this wall socket here, should be any time now. Apparently it takes glass to make that. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So where can I connect? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There was a short circuit incident while connecting the floor vent. Okay, we open the floor vent then. I guess we just open the floor vent, unless we can't. Yeah, open it. And then it just goes away, right? That's how it works. Yeah, done. Well, hey, we were just testing it, right? We're just trying to test it to make sure it works. And there we go. We've, you know, proof of concept succeeded. That's what we do. No oxygen here, that's fine. But see, now, this is the reason for the floor vent. When something catches fire, we just vent the room. There won't be any oxygen in there, and it makes it super cold, and it's all solved, right? So we're gonna take and relocate the cookie station to be right up next to that floor vent, right there. And that just gets moved over here. Now, I was thinking, like, where are we gonna store all the meals and all that stuff? But the thing is, like, storages, I wish they were smaller. This is huge. I want smaller storages. And maybe that's research in the future, like little refrigerators and stuff. I actually should check that. Is there, I don't know, is there like small refrigerators and stuff? In cooling, maybe? Refrigerator right here. Okay, there is. Yeah. So we'll have to put refrigerators and stuff in here too. And then beverage coolers and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so advanced computing. Hey, wait, we're doing that now? Hey, cool. Oh, that's what I really need, because that's going to help me a lot for, you know, all the memory requirements and stuff. Let's go ahead and tell this to make soy burgers, because people do like the soy burgers. We just need plant fibers to handle that. And then I think I do want to have a door that allows them to travel through here, so they don't have to come through this door, then this door, and then this door to get into the kitchen. I think it would be better if they could actually directly reach it from here and go through this way. Now this door is still locked, not allowing them to traverse out this way, but I think they're responsible enough. Well, hopefully they are. I mean, if honestly, with the number of doors that are open here, if they want to space themselves, they absolutely can at this point. Like there's really nothing stopping them from spacing themselves. So I don't think there's a reason to keep this door locked anymore. We'll just go ahead and open it. Let's take a really quick look. Temperatures looks good. Oxygen looks good. We can open that vent. And yeah, so I want to get a vent in here just so that, you know, the oxygen level is low here, right? The temperature's not going up in here, and the vent in here will allow that to happen pretty organically. So I want to just go in and get at least one vent into this room. It'd be cool to have it maybe over here, but I'm going to stick it right there so that these 2 rooms can sort of help in providing the heat necessary for this area. Because right now it's too cold. They won't use the stove because it's not safe to use. They can't use the stove in their spacesuits, so they won't. The other thing I'm going to try and do is, I think I want to get 2 stoves. Or maybe do we have pets yet? I'm seeing protein here. I don't know if this ever goes bad, but I don't think we have pets yet, because pets can wake up too from the stasis pods, which we have 4 days until that happens. So that's a thing. I'm also going to connect this engine. It's built now. Nice. And we should have 1 more down here, hopefully. Done. Okay. So 6 engines. We're ready to rock and roll. All we need now is somebody to man this station. So I'm going to take and say, for priorities, work priorities here. I guess they're still going to do this. How do I make this a higher priority? Oh, right. Okay, so when we got disconnected from the engines, it ruined our... Prospectus look different now? I feel like the graphic changed. I think it might have. There's been updates to the game since I last played it, so maybe. Let's say rename. Somebody also said because our ship is Nemo now, that a planet should be Wallaby Way. I love that. But I think our ultimate destination is Wallaby Way, right? So whatever planet we end up landing on and attempting to colonize, I think that we're going to rename Wallaby Way because we reached it. But see, now we got 3 engines. Yes. Oh, we should be able to reach so much faster now. Short circuit is no longer a thing. Not enough plant fibers is probably going to be a thing for a while. And can we actually build more of those? I didn't actually look at that. Can we? I guess they're all mini planters, but it's still something. Let's put 3 more planters here and maybe another planter here and here just to kind of make this like our agriculture area, I guess. And then we'll hook this vent up. Okay. So inside this room now, we should start seeing the temperature go up. It should be a safe temperature pretty quick here. I think -6C is still is considered safe to use, so it's going to start using it. But we need to get, obviously, like I said, plant fibers and all sorts of things in order to actually use this stove. And so this is going to be one of those things where we got to grow that stuff, and that's what this is for. So we're going to connect all these up to this floor circuit because it's awesome. And we're just going to make sure that we're doing, let's say, you know, it'd be nice to know what, maybe I can use the codex for this. Like maybe there's is there like a codex or a help menu? Like, yeah, in the codex. Let me see materials, and I want to see plant fiber. So extracted from most plants, useful for producing food items, among other things. So obviously it's required for all of these things. The soy burger needs that. So is it just, it says most plants, so I'm going to assume that basically all of these planters will produce it as long as they're growing something. I'm going to assume that's a thing. So why don't we get these guys growing wheat, and then you know, hopefully we'll have enough the plant fibers necessary. Actually, this was going to be a door, right? Not a vent. Maybe I'll make this the door. This could be the way in. Yeah, we'll replace this. I need a vent anyway, but I think I wanted to make a door here too. So, and looking back, like hindsight, I could have made the vent here and the door here. You know, I do want to do that. I'm going to put the vent here instead, and I'm going to take this off and make that a door instead. I still think that's a better approach because we still have the temperature appropriate in here and the oxygen appropriate in here anyway. So we're just going to kind of redo that. Here we go. And then we'll put the door right here. And they'll hopefully go ahead and build that first. Okay, so mission accomplished on getting us a dedicated kitchen area. I'm digging it. And I want to see how fast we're going now. Are we getting there? See, like our engine push is 60 kilowatt now. And you can visually see this thing getting closer to prospectus now. Before, I feel like you couldn't even see it move. And now you can definitely see it move when it's moving, right? So that, I think, is great. I don't see a ship log. Probably because we never went anywhere yet. So, yeah. So, anyway, you can visually see it now, and that's good. And I think we're going to need to be able to travel quite a bit more. So, I think having even more of these engines is a really good idea. So, I'm going to build, I think, 2 more on this side and 2 more on this side. I really want to get going faster with the engines. It's going to be a really good idea. We have so much space back here. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But like as the game progresses, we're going to need increasingly more and more space. And so like I don't think this is going to be a waste. I really do think it's going to be very useful as the time goes on. What are we doing is in terms of... we don't have microchips right now either. So we're going to need to research advanced materials. Is that what it is? Energy efficiency. Oh, nice. I think it's called maybe resource. No, it's manufacturing. We're going to need to research this next because this is how we can create microchips, optical fibers, right? The gears, all that stuff we need to build things. We need to do that. And we don't even have crafting station as a research yet. We just simply had one on the ship and we repurposed it and used it. not repurposed it, we just used it for its purpose. But you get what I'm saying. Like we shouldn't even have crafting station yet. So like your mileage may vary in terms of like how far you can go before you have to research these things. But yeah, what took heat damage? How did you take heat damage? What's going on? Oh, is it because... Oh, I see. Because if you're redoing an engine and it just like turned on you. No, it shouldn't do that because you're... Yeah, it shouldn't do that because they're not connected yet. But just stay away from the engines, okay? Just don't go near the engines. It's fine. There we go. Connect these two up. And over here on this side, you know, we might have some heat damage being taken here pretty quick here, I guess. I like how it's idle, but not, you know, at the same time. I feel like you guys should be coming inside. Microchips is all we're short on, and we don't have enough. So I think I want to cancel, but I don't at the same time. Like I want to just make this a really low priority because I don't want you guys getting damaged. So when we stop next, then you know finish it. But we don't have enough to make we don't have any microchips, right? So it's gonna be a very difficult thing to do. We're operating at an energy deficit now. I think that's probably because of the engines. They take power, right? So, you know, I think we need more. So let me go in and see about solar panels. They just take copper wire and titanium, and I think we have copper wire now. Copper wire, we have 4. Well, that's something. At least we can build something. So let's get in and build solar panels through this. Here and here, and you can just build them as you see fit. But this is all set up and ready to rock. We're gonna get another one over here, and we'll get another one over here, connect them both up with this, and then we'll be able to handle more as it goes. Obviously not gonna have enough copper wire yet, but if I can get more power online, maybe, just maybe, we can keep the lights on. Uh-oh, what's this? Battery malfunction. Oh, Mark 1, you're just... Okay, so Mark 1's had a battery malfunction. It's just going to sit here in emergency power now. And emergency recharge mode in space while we're accelerating. Nope, we're not accelerating. That's fun. I was like, if we're accelerating and you're in emergency power mode, do you just get left behind? I mean, let's hope that's not the case in the game. But yeah, if nothing else, I could relocate this drone to be like here. And we can actually have one of the drones, it already is, one of the drones move that drone inside, right? And now you're inside. And you're offline, but you're inside. And at least if we start moving again, you wouldn't get left behind in that situation. So lots of stuff going on here, right? There's a lot of notifications here, and I'm trying to work through them. But like, I'm going to build the booth, yes. I'm going to operations manual, fine. Battery just charged, I know. Malfunction happened, I know. Shut down for emergency recharge. I got that. Low energy, sure. And I know there's not enough microchips or transistors. So we just have some stuff we have to work through right now. And, you know, in hindsight, if I had to go back and do it over again, I would definitely have this much earlier than now. But it is what it is. Hopefully, we can reach our destination soon. And this will allow us to take a break from traveling and also to get down to the surface on this planet and get some raw materials that we can use, hopefully, to create things. But I need to keep the lights on in order to do any of that stuff anyway. So, you know, the humans are actually quite smart in some cases because they're really prioritizing the creation of copper wire. And I do appreciate that for sure, because this is what's allowing us to get our solar panels up and running and to not have an energy deficit anymore, which is what I'm thinking. Like, we're actually able to research this now, albeit very slowly, but we have a surplus, and we're able to put that surplus into advanced computing now, which is good. So they are actually making the copper wire, and that's allowing me to get more solar panels online. Always very good. Albeit these probably should have been started a while ago, but this array is looking good. Albeit we have to, you know, clean it. Thankfully, the carrier drones can clean these panels. So now it comes down to, like, are we ever going to get more... Ooh, look, it's back behind us now. Nice. So we're coming in this side, and now we're maybe... Is this like our... we're trying to slow ourselves down, right? We're going in retrograde like that. Is that how that's working? That's pretty cool. So we can now do an expedition down to the surface of this planet, Prospectus, and we can see what's up with it. So if I wanted to do that, I would go into, this is named Scarecrow for now. I don't know if I like that, but it's cool for now. So this is Scarecrow, and we're gonna do an expedition, and we can go prospectus, enter planet. When we do that, I'll pause it really quick. We have expedition crew, and we could take Mavis, Groot, Hobo Goblin, and then Dark Dragon goes down to the surface as well as our main bot on the surface because he has the highest mining skill. So basically everyone who has mining, and we can tell them to mine everything, or we can change that to target something else. So we have no intel on what's down there, so we can't do that yet. But we can just tell them to mine all for now. And this is perspective. So I can say launch expedition, for example. And then, so what's going to happen is the people who are going to the expedition, including Dark Dragon, they're going to get on the shuttle and they're going to take off and they're going to go down to the surface. And there it is. Oh, yeah. Presumably this goes above our ship. Like, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit faster and a little bit, shadows getting a little bit higher up, right? But it's going to go down to the surface now. See ya. Bye. Yeah. All the way down. Now, this might be disappointing to those who don't know the game. It's possible, okay? But you're the AI, okay? You're not humans. You're not your bots, right? You're the AI. We're role-playing as the ship computer, and as such, we don't go down to the surface with them like this. We don't go down there. All right, so they're on their way. We'll have communication with them, but we can't control them or see what's going on with them over there because we are up here, right? That makes sense to me anyway. That's how I interpret it. So we are always responsible for our own ship, and that's it, our own ship. And so the shuttle will go down that way. Now, if I go into the expeditions panel, just here somewhere, maybe I just click this, expeditions. We can get Scarecrow, we can say details. And right now it's currently still flying to target. When it reaches its target, I should be able to see what they're able to mine. And advanced computing is done now, thankfully. Hopefully we can charge our batteries now. I don't know, can we charge our batteries? I haven't been able to charge the batteries in a long time because research is very power hungry. Communications is being researched. I kind of want to switch that. I have the hard drive space to do so. I want manufacturing first before communications. Although, no, because if I can get a trader, then I can just get the resources that way. And this is 80% done. So let's let this finish. And then we'll absolutely go and get that. Manufacturing. I think after manufacturing, maybe we do the resource processing so that we can break down old, drones and things like that. Grinders, maybe for getting larger materials into smaller ones. But then I feel like it's probably a good idea to get the research station just so, we could get the humans helping us. They have really good science skills, so they can help us research that way. I feel like that's a good idea. So we'll work at that too. Molecular rearrangement. It's not that hard to say. We can totally say that. Overclocking. This is CPU. Coffee. Auto kitchen. Prints food items for your colonists. Oh, well, shit. Probably just get that then, I guess. Auto kitchen. Cloning. We'll see, maybe. Advanced furniture. Probably a good thing. Cabinets. Double beds. In case anybody wants to get frisky. We can have the sleeping pod, which is great because it grants privacy and enhanced rest. So, the sleeping pods are what they prefer to sleep in anyway. So I think, yeah, we've got enough hard drive space. So, whoops, right here. You can see manufacturing is actually flying right now. So we're good here. I am going at max speed. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the expeditions window one more time. So they're on mining order. They're mining all. Is this still flying to target? Really? You haven't got there yet? Whoa. That takes a while, doesn't it? This is how long they've been traveling. So it's been a day. They've spent a whole day in the shuttle trying to get down there. That's kind of wild. Well, hopefully everything works out. It takes a while to get down there, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep cruising the way we are. It's cool. Yeah. How's our food? I want to make sure we're keeping up on that. We have 16 things of water still. Lots of copper wire. Starting to really hammer away at that. I like that. 23 survival meals is good. And no soy burgers. No plant fibers to make the soy burgers. So that's probably why. I think the stove is actually set for soy burgers right now. So I'm going to switch it and go survival meal on this because I think we have protein. Do we have more protein? No, we don't have protein either. So this is it. The survival meals, 23 survival meals is it. You know, for food until we get, yeah, we don't have any protein at all. So this is all we could do. Maybe we can cook bread. We have, we need flour for that though. How do we get flour? Grain, in nutrient extractor. Oh, so I need the nutrient extractor before I can get that. And then we just put the grain in there from growing wheat and stuff. So, okay. So I guess the only thing we really can cook is the soy burgers because that's what plant fibers. So I guess we'll just keep that going. I can't believe that hasn't arrived yet. Holy cow. I gotta see it again. Give me the expeditions window again. Mining rock. Okay, so they're just getting rock. There's no ores or anything here. They're just getting rock. Yikes. I don't know about that, man. I was hoping they'd have some better, you know, prospectus on that. Maybe that's all we can do. But at least we got that research done. So I think what we'll do right now is I'm going to call this video where it is because it's getting a little bit long. I'm going to call this where it is. We have manufacturing stuff done now. And for research next, I think we'll probably go into, let's see, maybe we can go into energy efficiency. We get a solar panel array. Oh God, which is way better than the single panels, I guess. Yeah, because this is 4 for 15 kilowatt as opposed to 4 individual ones, which net me a total of 12. Oh, wow. Okay, so maybe I would jump the gun on my solar. That's okay. We could replace them. We get most of our resources back anyway. I think what I'll do next is get maybe coffee. That'll help them. That'll make them feel better. We can get the coffee machine up. So that'll make them feel happier, I guess. And then from there, we could go into scanning. Scans the surroundings and preemptively gives alerts about incoming bodies, asteroids, ships, anomalies. Can scan planets and other space objects for resources. That sounds like a good idea to get too. So I think as soon as we get the research station, we'll go in and get scanning as well. And that's what we need to get in order for us to finally get down to the telescope anyway. But so we have advanced computers. We have manufacturing and stuff now. We should be in an okay position, I think, at this point. Production? No, it's not communications. This is communicator, which I can trade for. So let's put the communicator in this main area here for now. Maybe we'll stick it in front of the bridge controls. And then I'm looking for crafted in the craft. Oh, okay, I see. So we simply redirect this workflow to be that. We can stop producing copper wire and start producing microchips. Yeah, okay. And then we take the transistors and silicons. Okay, so that's how we do it, okay? So we're on the surface, we're mining rock right now, and we're gonna get our scanning capabilities up a little bit so that we can know what's down there before we send people down there next time. In the meantime, though, they're just gonna bring back a bunch of rocks and we can process that later, okay? So thanks for watching, I appreciate you, and I hope you'll join me for the next one, okay? Bye-bye.